Cheers, Muses. I'm Erica Papillon-Posey, and welcome to another episode of Suits Souls by EPP, where I inspire you toward your style muse with timeless, classic, prim looks from my boudoir, as well as some content to assist you in your best lifestyle. And as a reminder, hang out until the end for the mini photo shoot that I provide for you at the conclusion of this episode. And in today's episode, we are going festive faux fur and sequins with you in these three style inspirations, all fitting for the holiday season, for those parties and those gatherings and beyond, of course. So without further ado, let's jump right into it as we talk about all things holiday. So let's get started with those three style inspirations, shall we? Starting with look number one. Now, if this isn't a sexy Santa baby outfit, I don't know what is. And I know before, I must prepare you. I must get you mentally ready for this first look because it is fire. And because faux fur is in right now, faux fur is really always in, right? I really wanted to, look at me, I'm already pulling it out. Let me back up just a little bit. You know that I have a ton of these slip dresses in my wardrobe, right? Again, to me, like pockets, slip dresses are utilitarian. They are always a go-to in the clutch when you need something that is streamlined, sexy, classic, timeless, and that you can do almost anything with, right? That is why we love a great slip dress. Not to mention, you can get them at practically any price point. I have about 30 of them in my collection. That's right, 30. And I don't think that I've ever paid more than $30 for any of my slip dresses. That's right. This baby in particular, this mellow Muse that I am holding is by ASOS, and I actually copped her for $17 on ASOS, and I think I've actually had her about 15 years. Yes, she is one of two yellow slip dresses in my collection, and yes, I absolutely love this number here. Why? Because she is not only a slip dress, but she has splits on both sides, which really does heighten it for more sex appeal, right? Just really sexy, very sumptuous, very alluring. What are they saying now? Very demure, right? Very mindful, very demure. I don't know where that came from, but I've been hearing people say it constantly. With this featured V-neck cut, again, and these spaghetti straps with this drop back here, just makes for a sexy silhouette, right? So the piece de resistance, you know that is one of my favorite phrases, right? Because it really does encapsulate so many things that I love about many things, actually. But really highlighting this look, I went with this yellow, giallo. Giallo is yellow in Italian. This beautiful, oh my God. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? And yes, you are seeing it correct. She is this pale, muted lemon color. This pale, not really lemon, right? It is really a pale, muted yellow color. I have never, ever, I think about 4 faux fur cropped jackets in my collection. And this is the first time that I've ever seen one or found one in a yellow color, much less a yellow muted color, which is a preference for me. I'm not really into the heavy, more neon yellow colors, but more of the understated yellow. I absolutely adore. And yes, I did highlight her with one of the brooches from my collection, one of my many, to really just, heighten that level of festivity for the season that we are in right now. But wait, this beauty is by a company called Industry. And Industry I have seen a number of times at Marshall's, which is where I purchased her at quite recently. Yes, Marshall's. And I'm sighing, I am sighing because as soon as we finish this look, I will tell you, so stay tuned. Marshalls, right? I got her on clearance for $30. You heard me correct. At Marshall's on clearance for $30. And she is beautiful. There are two clasps here. So there's one here, and then there is one further down for closure, but just very sumptuous, as you might imagine. Look at her up close and I mean, just beautiful. Of course, she is completely, let me take her apart here so that you can see the inside just a bit. The inside is completely lined, very comfortable. Yes. I mean, just a very, very sumptuous, very luxurious. There is nothing more luxurious than faux fur or fur, period. All of the fur that you see me in today, because that is a material that is highlighted in this episode, is all faux. I don't own anything that is real fur, just for ethical reasons, right? As a pescatarian. So yes, isn't she? I mean, I just want to sit with her for a moment. I want you to see the glory and the majesty that is this beautiful yellow, muted, matte yellow faux fur cropped jacket. Just so fitting, again, for the holiday season that we are in. And the accessories that I went with, my Michael Kors Martina platforms, which you have seen before, again, with this 2-inch platform on the bottom for us shorties, right? The heel is actually 5 inches. So if you split the difference, as I've said in episodes past, it's more like you're walking on 3, but they're super comfortable to wear. This is an embossed snakeskin, again in gold. And you know that I have these in 3 other iterations, which you have seen before and we'll see again shortly. And then I went with my Nina little satchel here, again, that I love so much. This one is the gold, starts gold at this patina gold at the bottom, and then gradiates to this almost silver platinum color on top. Just beautiful. And I thought really, really did highlight that look wonderfully, right? That was look number 1. Now, before we move on to look number 2, you heard me mention Marshalls with a sigh, because you are always going to get a little bit more here on this channel than just the fluff of fashion, because we know that fashion can come across as trivial and frivolous, especially in times like these and the times that we are preparing to embark upon. Why do I say that? Because Marshalls, unfortunately, is one of the major donors to the Trump campaign. Not just Marshalls, but one of its other sister companies, Home Goods. Yes. I have not heard if TJ Maxx also followed suit and was one of the major donors to the Trump campaign. But I think I've mentioned to you in episodes past, but they are all owned by the same parent company. So you have, again, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Home Goods, all owned by the Marshall Fields company. They also own like the Marshall Fields cookies and things like that. You know, the dessert company. You see them in malls and things like that. But I must say to you, it is going to be difficult for me. But I am here publicly saying to you that I am doing my due diligence as a consumer and as someone who is politically dialed in, that I will not be shopping Marshalls going forward. And it hurts my soul to say that, but I mean that thing. And I want a lot of you to consider putting your money where your mouths are. If you say that you are politically dialed in and that you are prepared to do what is necessary to make your vote count and to really stand by your ethics, your integrity, your dignity, your morals, and your values, and not shop those retailers going forward. Again, I know it will be difficult for you, but I'm prepared to do so, especially with this period of austerity that is being ushered in starting January 20th. They have told us in no uncertain terms. They have already been quite public about them limiting our ability to be able to shop freely in a free market commerce as we have known it, with these tariffs that are being prepared to be imposed upon us. So after January 20th, at January 20th, they're already starting the process. Yes. So enjoy the holiday season. Buy what you want, but be prepared to hunker down and save your dollars. Only spend what is absolutely necessary for these next 4 years, again, so that you can ward off and stave off the difficulties of this period of austerity that we are barreling into. No more home goods for me, no more Marshalls for me, and no more TJ Maxx for me. Again, they are all owned by the same parent company, and they were major contributors and donors to the Trump campaign. So I consider all of those retailers and companies like that responsible for what is getting ready to happen to all of us, all of the citizenry of our country. And we need to do something about it. We need to get serious about where our allegiances lie. Look number two. Look number two. Do you remember this bomber that I purchased from Master Jacket as my answer to that Rosie Huntington YSL jacket that has become so popular? And you've seen it's popular, but it's not affordable. So you see a lot of the fashion girlies on your socials wearing this bomber. And it literally ranges from $6,000 to $7,000 depending on the color of the bomber. This one is 100% leather. I showed it to you. I introduced her to you in one of my previous hauls, and I found a retailer in Germany called Master Jacket. Yes, I will link it for you in the description. Master Jacket out of Germany that produces replicas, duplicates, if you will, of jackets that, that any leather goods specifically that are in the know right now. So consider it. If you had your eye on that YSL jacket, that $7,000 YSL jacket, but you just can't afford it. It is not in your price point. It's in my price point, and I would never spend $6,000, $7,000 on a leather anything. I'm not spending. I don't want to. I told you my max is $200. If it is over that, I'm just not doing it, or I'll wait until it goes on sale before I purchase anything that is in north of $200 for my price point. But yes, she is an exact replica, an exact duplicate, I should say, of that YSL jacket. So consider it. It is beautiful. It is completely lined, 100% leather, as I said, and it has all the trappings exactly of that jacket that I am speaking of. That is how I started this look. That was the feature of this look. Our sequence for this number is this beautiful chocolate brown sequin skirt from Zara. I actually purchased this skirt about 3 years ago from Zara on clearance. It was originally like $100 at the time, but on clearance I got it for $20. $20. I actually am jonesing on this skirt because I love a split up the back of a skirt or on the side of a skirt. Any split on a skirt I really jones for. I really, really do. Especially as a shorter person, I need the split to elongate me and, just give me some length in the entire silhouette. But she's beautiful because not only does she have this luxurious split, but look at that, the material here, the chiffon material. You see that it's see-through there? Just glorious. I love the construction of her, and she's super well made, very well made. You have that chiffon material going around the circumference of the skirt itself and along the sides. So that is not piping. That is actually chiffon that goes down the entirety of the skirt and then all the way to the bottom there, as you can see in the video. This jumper sweatshirt, yes, it is a sweatshirt, but the glory of it is the sequence here. It is almost like, do you remember the two-piece set that I wore that my daughter made. If you haven't seen the episode where I introduced my daughter and some of the items that she purchased for me while I was performing professionally, you should go check it out. I'll put it up here for you to reference. But this is the same texture, almost the same texture as that material. Do you see it? Look at that. Just love it. Super warm, very warm. You can get away with wearing a tank top or something under this in chillier nights and not wear a coat if you so choose, with this boat neck feature here. But just wonderful. Doesn't it go beautifully with the skirt, right? Just love it, love it, love it, love it. And so far as the accessories that I did with this look, I went with my other Michael Kors. You know I love these. One of the features that I can always count on, and why I will always frequent the Michael Kors, unless he does something crazy like become a Trump supporter, but that you can count on, is this platform heel. There has never really been a shoe or a season where Michael Kors has not given us a shoe with a beautiful platform on it. Again, 4-inch stacked heel here. It's just a great city sandal in this leather snake skin embossed print here. Love it, love it. I've had these about 15 years now. Again, all leather, and they have held up quite beautifully for me. And I'm super proud of these. I love the toe box here. It's a rounded, a square, but a rounded square toe box here. Very comfortable to walk in. Just really, really easy and super sexy. You've also seen me wear these in a few episodes past, and I will continue to wear them. They're just a great, great shoe, right? And then you have seen this beauty in the gray in one of my previous episodes as well. And here she is in chocolate, right? Just this Mongolian fur oversized clutch. I purchased mine, this one from Amazon. The other one I purchased from AliExpress. This one I got from Amazon because it was the same price. I wanted it quicker. And I didn't want to have to wait, so long. I think I waited about a month for the other one to come in. And then the one from Amazon, this one, the chocolate one, I only waited, I think, a week or something to get it in, but it was super quick. Again, the same price point. So I went ahead and opted for the Amazon version, the Amazon retailer, I should say, in the instance of this chocolate one. But isn't she lush? Look, brown. Chocolate brown in particular is the new black for me. You're going to be seeing it in coming episodes because I got some great chocolate stuff for you. And it's just such a, again, luxurious, just very rich color. And there's just so many, you can do so much with brown, so much with brown. It's easy. It's an easy color to style, right? Now, we are, again, in the throes of the holiday season, but we all know that Christ was not born on Christmas, December 25th, right? We all know that. I think we all of our adults here are aware that he was not born on the 25th. It was actually a pagan Christmas, that is an adopted pagan holiday. And then we just kind of, and I say adopted because as Americans, we have taken it on, not just Americans, but, abroad as well, specifically where the Catholic Church resides at the Vatican, of course, which sits in the heart. It's its own country that sits in the heart of Italy. But again, adopted it as, reimagined a pagan holiday that has its origins around gift giving, if you will, and just adopted it for the Christian dogma, if you will, and the Christian winter solstice, right? Which is originally what it had to do with the winter solstice of the pagan holiday. Just very much like our days of the week, as well as our months. All of our months, those are all based on pagan gods. Don't believe me? Look it up. So all of our days of the week, for instance, let me see if I can remember them specifically. starting with the beginning. We know that the first day of the week is actually Sunday. It is not Monday, right? But Sunday is Domenica, yes. And Monday is Lunedì. What does that sound like to you? Lunedì. Lunar, the moon, right? Martedì is another pagan god, is Tuesday. Mercoledì is Wednesday, yeah. And then we have Giovedì, which is Thursday. And Friday, Venerdì. And then Saturday is Sabato. Sabato, that's right. All named after pagan gods, deities, and the like, right? Look it up, right? But yes, I hope that you all are having a wonderful holiday season. Again, let's get some of that shopping in. I know that we were supposed to have our holiday sip and shop. I did not hear back from a number or enough of you, I should say, to actually do one. I only heard back from 4 people, and I didn't think that it was worth the expense of putting it on because I just didn't hear from enough people to actually put one together. I really do need to do a sip and shop because I have so many things that I need to part with. I told you that I clean my closet out twice a year, and it is that time. And because I have started this channel, I have brands that have sent me things. So I am accumulating, and I need to really rid myself and purge myself of a lot of these gifts that I have received, graciously received, I might add, from brands out there. So I would like to, make an opportunity to actually, get rid of some of these things. So again, maybe I'll try to do the sip and shop after the new year, but please let me know who of you, those of you that are actually interested. Again, I only heard from 4 of you. So keep me posted. Let me know. I am still considering it. I just need more people. Moving on to look number 3. We went again, festive. That's what this episode is all about. And chime in below and let me know how many of you are planning on partying this season, this holiday season, or you're just staying close to home and keeping it, playing it safe, or what exactly you're doing. What events are you partaking in? Or again, nothing at all. You're just keeping it close to home, like those of us here in my family. Yeah. Number 3, this 2-piece set. It is actually not a set. I actually married the 2 pieces together. This top is by Express. Did we know that Express actually closed a ton of its stores? I don't know if it went bankrupt or something. I'd have to check it out to be sure. But I think the major Express locations that I've gone to, like in Atlantic Station and stuff like that, completely closed. I went one weekend to do some light shopping and they were gone. So yes, this is by Express. I got it on clearance for a cool $9.99, $10, and I married the top with these dramatic wide leg trousers from Zara. I actually purchased these last holiday season from Zara for $20 on clearance. They were original $90 on clearance. Retail, but I got them for the $20 on clearance. Now, the thing that I really want to point out about these trousers is the extra button detailing here. Let me go ahead and unbutton it for you. And see there, you can actually cinch it in 2 different areas. So there's a button here and then a button here so that you can make it tighter if you so choose. And yes, that feature exists on both sides of these pleated trousers. Again, there are pockets on the back. They're not functional pockets, but I wouldn't take the stitching out anyway. If I love to my garments to keep their shape. So I never take the stitching out of any of my pockets. But again, there are pockets on both sides of the trousers, but again, not functional pockets, just, a feature of these pleated trousers. There are belt loops here, but you really wouldn't need to wear a belt with them, again, because of this extra buttoning apparatus here on the side, so that you could adjust it however you so choose. Just zips up the front. But yes, so the thing that I did to make this look my own, instead of just this basic, you know, red number that again screams holiday, but we like to do special things with our looks, do we not? Whenever possible, I am always I'm always intently suggesting that you make items your own. Take items and turn them into something that you like and that sets it apart from how someone would wear a look traditionally. So I took these trousers and I actually, with these heels, these Jessica Simpsons, you saw these in the last episode as well. I wore with my white Zara tuxedo suit with the black satin lapels on it and the black satin piping down the side. Yeah, these are the same Jessica Simpsons. And remember I told you that these anklets were removable with a little ball on top attached to it? Yes. So I removed the entire anklet from the shoe and I cinched it around, yes, gathered it around the bottoms of these trousers to draw it in. Now that was also helpful to me because as a short girl, I didn't want to, nor did I have time to hem these because they're so long. They're super, super long. They would have been dragging the floor and I would have been stepping on them when I tried them on had I not found an alternative way to wear them. And that is my alternative. That was my alternative, is to remove the anklet and actually rope the anklet around the pants themselves so it flared out, as you can tell from the video. Now, what another thing that I did, red. We have red. You can pretty much marry red with almost anything also, right? Here is another, right? Faux fur cropped jacket. The difference between this one and the yellow one that I showed you is the collar on this one is much more dramatic. Can you see that? Do you see how much more dramatic and how much more accentuated and pronounced the collar is on this one? Look at that. This one is by Zara. I actually picked this one up 2 seasons ago, and no, 1 year ago. And I actually got it on clearance as well. It was $130 at the time, retail, but I picked it up on clearance for $45. Look, I told you, you got to come shopping with me. I know when those clearance sales are happening, and I don't go a moment before. I don't shop a moment before. I do sometimes, some things, if it's just something I really, really want. But I'm also signed up for newsletters and things like that, so I always get notice. And also, if you are a VIP with certain retailers, they send you pre-shopping notices. So before everything goes on sale, they notify you and say, hey, go ahead and put these things in your cart. If you're wanting these, they're going on sale at such and such time. So that's a lot of how I keep my nose to the grind for things that are going on sale so that I can hop on them and get them in my cart as they're going on sale and or clearance, if you will. So yes, again, just as sumptuous and luxurious as the yellow one. Just fabulous, right? Again, this is faux fur crop jacket, just like the other one. It does cinch in 2 different places here as a closure, if you so choose. And the handbag that I went with for this look was my other Nina bag. So you saw the gold one, yes. And here is the silver one. So I pulled them both out for this style session. Again, this metallic silver beauty here from Nina shoes. The difference between this one and the gold one, besides the gold, is this gradiated look. Do you see that there? It's washing out on the screen. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Can you see that? The difference between the two? This one's gradiated and this one is just straight metallic, but also the little clasp on top for opening and closing here, it has no detailing on it. It's just a gold clasp here. Whereas this one, I don't know if you can tell here. You can see this one has a rhinestone ball for the clasp here, the closure, which is the exact ball that is on the Jessica Simpson shoes. Remember I told you I love playing with shapes when I'm accessorizing? You got to look for little details like that to make a look I just dropped the shoe, to make a look all your own, right? Beautiful. Chime in below. Let me know what you thought about these 3 style inspirations, all in festive faux fur and sequins for the season. I don't know why, but my last episode did not do so well. So if you did not watch last episode, please go back and watch it. I really appreciate it when you guys have been so super supportive, like consistently. So I don't know what actually happened on the last episode. If you guys missed it or you just didn't like it, let me know if there was something that was not to your liking about last episode, so that I do not repeat it again, because I want to have you back week in and week out. And I do appreciate your viewership. I appreciate you being here. And I really do hope that you're enjoying the channel and the offerings of the channel overall. If there is some other content, there have been a few people that have requested certain types of content like makeup, skincare, my hair. I have done a couple of episodes regarding my hair and skincare, but I think people are wanting a dedicated episode about those particular features, those particular things. So let me know if indeed you do want to know more things. Not about if my hair is real or not. We covered that in a previous episode, right? I said we are not visiting that again. I will put the episode here if you want to go back and check it out. But just in terms of hair care and skin care, or other subject matter that you are interested in that you would like to hear from me about. I do need to do episodes. There were suggestions about accessories and how I put accessories together, and how I do try to impart some of that with you all as I discuss the style inspirations. But if you want something that's more dedicated and more in-depth, I'm happy to do that as well. But let me know if you're getting bored with just this type of content, or what type of content you actually, or what type of content you are longing to get. Yeah. So I told you last episode, we still had 2 seats left for the Italian tour. If you're interested, click the QR code here and follow to the placeholder on my website, where you can find more information about how to join us on our tour. The 5 Senses of Florence, slated for June 9 through 15, 2025. So thank you so very much for joining me on this festive episode of Suits Souls by EPP. And don't forget to head on over to Instagram and follow me there at Suits Souls by EPP. And if you're not already doing so, please hit that like and subscribe button for notifications on all new episodes. But until we meet again, à bientôt, Muses. Bye.
Double leather, labels a squick, rich mocha hue, melanin